Hey everybody, it's Patrick. It is Thursday, and on Thursdays we usually do a 3-ingredient recipe. I have been really busy this week. We are opening a show called Almost Maine, which I am directing. That opens next Friday, so I have not really had the time to put together a recipe this week, but I thought that I would show you what we've been doing with the set because I'm really proud of it. Just a little bit of background. Almost Maine takes place in a small town in Maine that doesn't really exist. It is called Almost because it's a town that never really organized itself, so it doesn't have a name. So it's not really Maine, it's not really Canada, it's just almost somewhere. My idea for the set of this was that if this was a town that did not exist, that the setting shouldn't look realistic. I thought of a place that was on paper. Actually, if it was just a sketch of a place. So if you think of seeing a line drawing, just a drawing of a place that's only made up of just a few lines, just a few scribbles, that would be Almost Maine. And then all of the people in Almost Maine, all of the characters, each scene, there are 9 separate scenes in this play. Each scene would be a different color. So there's one scene in which the characters wear red and they carry red things. In the next scene, I dress them all in blue. The next scene, all in green, that sort of thing. So that the only things that are important, it's not a real place, but the people are real and the emotions we're talking about are real. But why don't I just take a quick step onto the set? So like I said, this set is meant to be very unrealistic, but have a lot of detail. So over here, why don't we go over here? So as you see, this is the set. This is a wall right here. It's just a drawing, just a line drawing, and that's on all of the walls. We're not finished yet. We're still in the middle of it. We just got out of rehearsal tonight. We did a full run of the show. Here's another wall right behind me, as you can see. Let me hold this up right here like this. Let me just walk backwards. Right behind me right now, oh my gosh, the theater lights are on, so it's really bright. Behind me is a set piece. That's a porch. There are a couple of scenes that require a door, so I've set it up as a porch. The whole thing is going to be white. It'll be white clapboards the horizontal planks that go outside of a door. Let me just show you another thing. I don't know if the lighting will allow it. It is pretty well lit though. So down here, you can see I've painted the chairs out. It's kind of hard to tell with them just sitting against black, but they're painted like this with black on the edging. And what that does, oh, the top makes it, you can tell. Do this. So it looks like these chairs are also drawings. So it looks like the chairs are also just made out of paper, almost like origami or built out of cardboard or something. The way that we do this was actually something that I saw on the Threadbanger channel. They had Man vs. Pin, where on Threadbanger they do, Rob Czar does, he finds pins, or people bring pins to him and they find out if the pins work or not. And this actually worked for him. It was a Google Maps image that he projected onto a black wall and then used white markers, or white pens, basically, white paint pens, to trace out the image. So that's what we did for the walls. And this one is halfway finished. We got halfway finished last night. We ran out of time. It was late at night. So if you can see, right here is where they're all drawn in. And then if you go over to these trees we just outlined in magic marker. And what you do is where we have the outlines, we just fill it in very carefully with magic marker, and I'm not doing it very carefully here because I'm on camera right now, and then as you complete the outlines, let me just go out this way. This is really shaky. I apologize. As you complete the outlines, it becomes much more of a picture, and that's what happens. These are all completely filled out right here. So as you see, this is all filled out, and then as you walk away, you can see the whole set. Let me go down a little bit so you can see the set from farther away. So this view gets a nice panoramic view of the entire set. Let me just do that. Like that. Then we're going over here. And of course, the camera flattens things out quite a bit, so it's not quite the same effect as you would see if you actually came into the theater. But so that flat painting is really going to help make everything look kind of two-dimensional, and then the characters bring the three-dimensional quality to it. The stage floor is not completely painted yet. As you can see below me right now is still black from the last show. But here we're starting on a first coat of white. The entire set will be white. All the doorways will have white fabric in them. All of the floors are going to be white. Everything will be white, which is also something that is kind of unusual because you don't usually work with white on stage because it's very difficult to light. My lighting designer, luckily, is somebody that I've worked with for many years, and he was up for the challenge. So because most of these plays take place outside at night, he's going with a lot of blue. So when you see the moon on snow, it's really blue and it really lights up from the bottom, which is what we're doing here. So anyway, I do apologize for not having a 3-ingredient recipe for you tonight. I just thought that you might want to take a look at the next thing I'm doing in the theater. I'm really, really proud of this set. I'm really happy with the way that it's coming out. And I think it's possibly the first set, I know it's the first set ever at my theater that has been created entirely with magic markers. So maybe that'll start a trend where people start drawing sets with magic markers or big giant Sharpies. We've used 24 of them so far, and we still have another box left to go. It might take another couple of boxes to finish this up. I will be back next week with a 3-ingredient recipe next Thursday. So if you were missing it this week, I do apologize, and we will be back. We will have a George video this weekend to talk about being good to self, and I will be back on Tuesday to talk about men's long hair. Thanks so much for joining me, and have a great week.